see you, Mike.
Hi, Maria. How are you?
Good. Do you think social media is a strong indicator?
Well, look, I'm not ideological. I'm just using the same analytics I use for my corporations, and my numbers are telling me that this is Donald Trump's election to lose. He may lose it, but he is dominating the conversation since the convention. 77% discussion about him, 23% about Hillary Clinton.
And even if it's positive or negative, you're just saying he's dominating the conversation.
I always tell my corporate clients that if you want to have high satisfaction, you have to start with low. And he's actually, looks like he's sort of bottoming out, and we're going to have a major reset at these debates. And so this period, name one thing Hillary's done. She's not getting coverage. Her ideas aren't. It's all about you like Trump, you don't like Trump. Every dinner conversation that's going on, every discussion.
Oh, no, a lot of that's either you like Hillary or don't like Hillary.
No, America's decided they don't like Hillary.
Yeah.
That's not the issue. The issue is, can they vote for Trump? And that's the great debate that's happening on social media. Can you vote for this guy?
Why do you think social media is so different than the traditional polls?
Pardon me? I actually think that we're over-polling. We have so many organizations doing polling. I think that we're not really getting at the true conversation that's happening. Right now, the socially correct answer is, I'm with her, right? But what we're seeing is the debate is happening on social media. Can Trump govern? And that's what we're going to decide. And that's why September 26th is such an important period.
That's the first debate.
That's the first debate. That's when everybody's going to have a reset, and they're going to see him head-to-head, and they're going to make the call.
But it looks like the answer people are coming up with is that he can't, because her poll numbers are going up. Whether people are over-polling or not, while his social media numbers are going up, her poll numbers are going up, and his are going down. How do you reconcile the movement?
If you've ever seen polling in Israel, you know that it's never predictive of what happens happens on election day. We might be seeing that same phenomenon where people can't say to on the internet or the interviewer that they're voting for Trump. But I'm telling you, there's a discussion going on where they're weighing the pros and cons of Trump. And right now, he's dominating. She's not even part of it right now. Can I vote for Trump or can I not?
Now, a number of economic, experts have said that when you look at her website and you look at her policy proposals, there isn't one thing that actually will lead to economic growth.
Well, again, I think there's a lot of different things that are going on, and with her plan, with his plan, but right now they're not even on the facts. They're just trying to, the poll numbers are consistent that both of these, if we look at the sentiment, both of these candidates have the same level of positive, negative, neutral discussion. They're both, Hillary's number is a little bit higher and untrustworthy, so we're going to have to see what happens.
You say you compare this to what you tell your corporate clients.
Yeah.
How does the political arena differ from the corporate arena?
Well, in the corporate arena, consumers, decision makers vote every day. In politics, you have one day, which is election day, which is why it works to Trump's advantage, because he can make up ground. In the corporate world, every day they're deciding if they're going to buy the stock, if they're going to do the product, if they're going to buy the product on the shelf.
Don't you think that social media, too, is one of those things that the people that are dominating this conversation are intensely following this? They're more extreme, and so to see this favoring Donald Trump, doesn't that mean that he's got stronger advocates?
Well, I'm not saying that it's favoring Donald Trump. I want to be very clear. I'm not ideological.
Because it could be negative conversation and positive.
I'm looking at the volume, but he's dominating 77 to 23. And what I'm saying is there's a discussion going on right now, and he may lose that discussion. At the end of the day, Americans may decide that he's not. But we have to look at what that discussion is like and realize that he's drowning her out. He drowned her out of her own convention.
I mean, the interesting point here is he's dominating the discussion and then pivots to economic issues.
Right.
That actually might work to his advantage, because he got everybody's attention, and now that he has it, he's talking about economic issues.
That's what he needs to do. We know he's got people's attention. Now he needs to convince them that his policies are the ones to actually make the change.
But do you remember in August of last year, we were having the same discussion? We were like, we came in, we talked about the wall of Trump, and we said, not possible, he's not going to make it through, and then he got the nomination. We're seeing a similar pattern. This is not following any previous election, and so we've got to really watch how that conversation goes. Look at it. The most engaged people on social media are also going to be the voters. We see the politicians are fleeing him. But what will happen with the voters?
So as far as social media use by the candidates,
yes,
game changer as far as presidential elections,
didn't Donald Trump really lead that? I mean, he's got far more Twitter followers, for example, than Hillary Clinton. But, I mean, he has changed the game as far as using social media as a tool to run for the biggest office in the land.
He has, and he's here. And the question is, will he be successful? If I'm working in Brooklyn right now, I'm not measuring the drapes yet.
I see. So social media volume has declined for both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump since the convention.
Yes.
Right?
Well,
so what's that about?
That's just a matter of, I mean, there was intense discussion for both through the Democratic and the Republican convention. It's died down a little bit. I also stopped measuring on Sunday, so it will pick up again this week. But what we're seeing is we're having the discussion. It's happening right now, and the challenge will be to, as you said, how do you inform that discussion? How do you seed it and get it to your issues? Look, last week was a rough week for Donald Trump. This week he's reset. But what I see happening is he did drown her out, and again, his challenge is to get to the debate and then have a reset. There's 3 debates: September 26th, October 4th, October 9th. Americans will make decisions on those dates. Those are going to be 100 million people. Those could be Super Bowl numbers.
Wow.
So what are they searching for when they type in Donald Trump blank?
Well, I was
Hillary Clinton blank.
No, I was really surprised. One of the most significant hashtags is hashtag MAGA.
MAGA.
MAGA. Make America Great Again. I did the same thing. I Googled it to find out what it was, and I saw that, when I look at the top themes that are coming up, Hillary's not part of that discussion.
Shocker.
Yeah.
It's counterintuitive to anything that you're saying.
When he's getting people's attention, this comes back to what Maria was at. Is it negative attention or positive attention? Is it the case that the more attention he gets, the more he shoots himself in the foot?
Well, right now, the conversation is 3-to-1 negative for both of them. They have very similar numbers.
If you're both very negative, it seems like the better strategy is to keep your mouth shut.
Which one? Hillary or Trump?
Either one.
I mean, this is the biggest election in the world. Neither of them, they have to be present every day. My issue is, right now, Hillary's having a problem breaking through and getting her ideas out. They both made speeches yesterday. His is getting significantly more coverage. He's drowning her out. Now, the question is, will he be able to pull it together? In the Republican primaries, we saw that he did a similar strategy in August, September, October, and then he ramped it up and started to win. Will that happen again? Will social media follow that? We don't know yet, but we know what the debate is.
Really interesting stuff, Mike. Thanks so much.
Thank you.